Hello everybody and welcome to this Bard's House thing. Today we're doing something that was weird. Totally different from what my standard fare is. I got a few things, and as I move the mat, I have a few things that I want to show you. These are firearms, you know? I don't just play video games all the time, I have other hobbies. Actually, I have a ton of other hobbies that I really can't support. But anyway, first of all, we're going to take a look at the handguns, the ones that go in your hand. I'll probably do more detailed videos on these later on. This is just a show and tell. Anyway, this, starting out, is a Chiappa Rhino 50DS. There have only been a couple of games that have featured this, but I believe it was I can't think of what game it was. It was one of the Black Ops games, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Call of Duty Ghost. Anyway, not one of the games I typically play. That being said, I probably will be playing Call of Duty World War II later this year, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, this is a 6-shot revolver made by Chiappa Firearms out of Italy. What's interesting about this is that, as you can see, it fires out of the bottom cylinder, or the barrel is aligned with the bottom cylinder. So this is a alloy gun. You know, in the semi-automatic world, you typically hear about polymer guns, and well, this is kind of like that. And by that I mean that it's not full steel like most revolvers. I like well, just the overall shape of it, really. I mean, it's a departure from your standard cowboy 6-shooter. It really is. Of course, this is chambered in .357 Magnum, though since the bullet index is on the cylinder via the rim at the back end of it, you can also load .38 Specials. That's what this is. It's a fun little gun, and compared to most .357 Magnums, it's actually a light shooter. I mean, the weight of the gun, it's pretty hefty, not as heavy as like a, you know, like a Colt Peacemaker or something like that. But, I mean, it doesn't move much, and when it does, it doesn't flip up, thanks to the way the barrel is aligned with the bottom cylinder and is more in line with your hand when you're shooting it. It actually pushes back. So, it's a good shooter. That's, at this point, probably my oldest revolver, as far as when I acquired them. I only have three handguns, so this will be a pretty short one. Next, we have my most recent purchase, which is the Colt Peacemaker. This is a reproduction of a single-action army. This is the Chiappa Firearms, also another Chiappa, but it's a 22 long rifle, which is a rimfire cartridge. Those are bad. 22 long rifle. A very small bullet, but and it's also not very powerful. But you know, it's a fun little plinking gun, and that's why I bought it. It takes forever to load, shoot, and unload. But hey, you know, that's how they did it in 1873. This is a very fun gun. I mean, just for history buffs, I mean, I've always wanted a cowboy shooter. So here we go. And once I get my 22 long rifle Henry Golden Boy, I'll have a pistol that shoots the same thing. For the next one, I have to go look for it, so give me just a second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Here we have my other. And, you know, surprisingly enough, it's not a revolver. This is a Ruger SR9 9mm. It's a polymer gun, of course. I don't hold it against it. This is, of course, 9mm. It's got a 16 round capacity, or no, 17 round capacity. And it's a very nice gun, I gotta say. I mean, I was a little hesitant at first to get a polymer gun. I was a little more hesitant to get a semi-automatic just because of, you know, all the revolvers. But, you know, it served me well. I put about 400 rounds through it so far. I don't get that much of a chance to go shooting, but it is a fun little thing. Of course, everybody knows what 9mm looks like. Ooh. Anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all of my current collection of pistols. Like I say, I do have this this bad boy here, which is, one second, let me get it out of the holster. I don't actually fire this one because I don't know much about black powder. This is a Colt 1851 Navy revolver. Of course, it's a replica, a reproduction made by somebody, I'm not sure who. There's no branding on it outside of the typical, you know, marks, maker's marks, whatever. But, you know, it's an old style cap and ball revolver, black powder. As it says underneath the ramrod, do not use smokeless powder. It's a beautiful gun. Got this from my grandfather. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the show and tell. I just wanted to try out this new camera setup and do something interesting, or something that I thought was interesting. So yeah, there we are. Anyways, if you guys thought this video was interesting in any capacity, please let me know. I'm open to doing more non-video game centric videos. If not, don't say anything and the status quo will be preserved. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.